I guess the U.S. military is learning from the Israelis. But I guess they're a lot more violent about it in comparison to the Israelis, where Israel would normally just have boarded this boat. But I guess the U.S. just wants to randomly destroy supposed international traveling Tren de Aragua members, allegedly. So this is because the reason why I say allegedly is because this is what the Trump administration is claiming. We have no idea if there were 11 Tren de Aragua narco terrorists. So, by the way, this is completely illegal. You can't just randomly just bomb the shit and destroy ships in fucking international waters. Uh, for random fucking boats like this, you can hail them, you can talk with them, you can attempt to board them. Sure, the boarding part is also still fucking legal. That's piracy. But you can just hail them and talk with them. Be like, hey, what is up? What are you fucking doing? You can be like, yeah, like, what? Where are you going with this fucking boat in international waters? What's up? Do you have like your licensing or anything? Like, you can ask those questions. You can do that. You are probably. Is there an international treaty about travel for vessels in international water? I'm not sure. I think there is a treaty like that. So even then, like going in and just like asking questions like that is also probably illegal. Like you can't do that. You can't just randomly fucking drone strike them. This is really fucking bad. Like, and we know why the Trump administration is doing stuff like this in fucking particular. It's because he's trying to like justify anything possible to have like a war with fucking Venezuela now at this point, which is complete utter fucking nonsense. But what does the big man have to say? This was in his recent press conference, I believe, when he came back after being having this having and then recovering from a stroke that he had last week.
Congratulate you. It's a very big deal. When you come out and when you leave the room, you'll see that we just, over the last few minutes, literally shot out a boat, a drug-carrying boat, a lot of drugs in that boat.
Really? Like, really? This is not a big boat. It's just like a normal speedboat. Are there a lot of fucking drugs on that boat? Yeah, our favorite anti-war president just randomly just killing 11 people. Like, you can't do this. Like, this is incredibly fucking illegal. Like, if the International Criminal Court wanted to basically try to throw your ass in the fucking Hague, they could. They could try. There could be a file, something that's put against this, but that's probably not going to fucking happen because, again, United States.
And you'll be seeing that, and you'll be reading about that. It just happened moments ago, and
psychotic, by the way.
Our great general, head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, who's been so incredible.
Randomly killing 11 people who, I don't know if they were even trafficking drugs. Like, you can't really tell. Like, how do you know? Like, how do you know they were fucking trafficking drugs? You don't know that. Nobody fucking knows that. Like, complete nonsense. You don't just bomb first and ask questions later. That's very, very stupid to do.
Including what took place in Iran, knocking out potential nuclear power for a long time to come. I think
couple of months.
Within a month they would have had it if we didn't do what we did.
Yeah, whatever your Israeli handler is fucking telling you or some shit that you would have had it in a fucking month. Like, no evidence to this whatsoever. Like, they only hit about what I think it was 60% enriched uranium. For weapons grade, it's about 90% enriched that you have to hit. Then they were getting close to the fucking process, but the final step to get from 60% to 90% is the one that takes the longest time.
He gave us a little bit of a briefing, and you'll see. And there's more where that came from. We have a lot of drugs pouring into our country.
Oh, you're just going to keep randomly bombing people? Cool.
And we just, these came out of Venezuela and coming out very heavily from Venezuela. A lot of things are coming out of Venezuela. So we took it out, and you'll get to see that after this.
Incredibly fucking stupid and illegal from this, like, complete fucking sundowning fucking moron. But what do we have here? U.S. military kills 11 in strike on alleged drug boat leaving Venezuela. Again, alleged. You have no idea if it was an actual drug boat. Like, You have fucking destroyers in the area. You can try to hail them and be like, hey, what's going on? What's going on with these people? What's up? What's up? What's this? Interesting. A president claims vessel was operated by Tren de Aragua. What's the likelihood that he's just wrong? I mean, it's entirely possible that it could be fucking operated by Tren de Aragua. It doesn't really justify the fucking action. Again, there are treaties currently in place where it is allowed for vessels to travel freely in international waters. It is a neutral zone. People don't just violate it. Why do you think people are so heavily critical of when Israel was boarding differing ships in international waters from the Gaza flotillas? Oh, it's because of the fact that what they are doing is piracy. It is illegal. You can't just fucking do that. Nonsense. President Donald Trump said Tuesday the U.S. has carried out a military strike in the southern Caribbean against what he said was a drug-carrying vessel operated by Tren de Aragua that departed from Venezuela. Again, no evidence whatsoever. President said in a Truth Social post that 11 people were killed in the U.S. military operation. What do we have here? What's the post? Earlier this morning, on my orders, U.S. military forces. Oh, you ordered this? You okayed this? Oh, so he's just doing fucking illegal shit. No, he's just illegal. Just randomly fucking bombing in illegal people. Hey, what happened to Trump supporters? I thought you guys really hated Obama, who was the fucking drone striker in chief. What do you have to say about this? Huh? You're okay with stuff like this? I thought you hated the drone striker in chief. Well, that's a little suspicious. Conducted a kinetic strike against positively identified Tren de Aragua narco-terrorists in the Southcom area of responsibility. TDA is a designated foreign terrorist organization operating under the control of Nicolas Maduro. No evidence to say that TDA is under the direct control of Nicolas Maduro. This is complete, utter fucking nonsense. Responsible for mass murder, drug trafficking, sex trafficking, and acts of violence and terror across the United States and Western Hemisphere. The strike occurred while the terrorists were at sea in international waters transporting illegal narcotics headed to the United States. Again, no evidence whatsoever that either the drugs were going to the United States, that these people were fucking TDA. As far as you can tell, this is just a random fucking boat randomly in international waters. There's a reason why stuff like this is really, really bad. And a lot of differing sort of organizations and Coast Guard units, this is why the Coast Guard exists, because if that suspicious boat were to come on to the U.S.'s territorial waters, the Coast Guard would go out and investigate and be like, so what's this? What is this? What's going on here? You smuggling drugs into the United States? What is this? Because that's how that works. Like, you can't just randomly bomb people in neutral fucking territory and just be like, yeah, I did a good thing, guys. We got rid of those Tren de Aragua narco-terrorists. Like, if that's the case, then okay. How about when the U.S. carrier group that's in the South China Sea is randomly patrolling around and it gets hit by a Chinese kinetic weapon? They can just do that. Oh, but you would say that is an act of war. That is justifiable, right? Justified to call for war in that particular instance. What about this? If you're alleging that Tren de Aragua is a terrorist organization that is operated by Nicolas Maduro, then that is Venezuelan state fucking property that you just fucking bombed. Therefore, you must be at war with Venezuela now. I don't think he might be at war with Venezuela. I think he just did this because he's just a complete, utter belligerent fool. The strike resulted in 11 terrorists killed in action. No U.S. forces were harmed in this strike. Please let us serve this as notice to anybody even thinking about bringing drugs into the United States of America. What if someone else is just bringing in some other foreign, good or something via a boat? What if it's like, I don't know, like chocolate or some shit? It's a complete random idiot example, but sure, fuck it. Like, and you just bomb the fuck out of them. It's like, it could have been drugs, folks. It's like, how do you know that? Did you confirm? Do you have any idea? I highly doubt it. Beware. Thank you for your attention to this matter. There's a reason why just doing random fucking bombing runs in international waters is an extremely dangerous and fucking stupid thing to do. The video appears to show a long multi-engine speedboat traveling at sea with a bright flash of light bursts over the aircraft. Boat is then briefly seen covered in flames. The video, which is largely black and white, was not clear enough to see if the craft was carrying as many as 11 people or if there are any drugs inside the boat. Yup. Trump administration has previously blamed gang. That's true. Tren de Aragua originated more than a decade ago at an infamously lawless prison in Venezuela's central state of Aragua. The gang has expanded in the recent years as more than 7.7 million Venezuelans fled economic turmoil and migrated to other Latin American countries or the U.S. I wonder why there was a lot of fucking economic turmoil. Oh. Whoops. Huh. I wonder why a bunch of fucking Venezuelan migrants left the fucking country to other places in Central and fucking South America and to the US. Why there was a big migrant wave as a result. Because of this. Donald Trump attempted to orchestrate a coup with Juan Guaido and 3 other dudes in a fucking trench coat, got spotted out by some fucking fishermen for fuck's sake, and as a result slapped harsh fucking sanctions on the fucking country, which caused the economy of Venezuela to go into hyperinflation, which prompted a lot of people to start leaving the country. So, hey Trump, hey conservatives, this is an issue of your own fucking making, you morons. Complete utter fucking stupidity. Trump and administration officials have repeatedly blamed the gang for being at the root of the violence and illicit drug dealing that plagues some U.S. cities. And the president on Tuesday repeated his claim, contradicted by a declassified U.S. intelligence assessment that Tren de Aragua is operating under Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro's control. Well, he's just gonna fucking lie because, again, he's just still mad about the fact that his stupid fucking dumbass coup attempt, his, complete, botching of a coup, just didn't fucking work. That's why. He's still salty about it. The White House did not immediately explain how the military determined that those aboard the vessel were members of Tren de Aragua. Interesting. Wonder why they didn't fucking determine that. Because it's just bomb first, ask questions later. Just like with Trump's general immigration policy. Deport first, ask questions later. Do everything as fast as possible to overwhelm all the systems. That's why. Because again, these people are just fucking stupid, dumb fucking bigots. That's the whole point of this. Side of the gang is unclear, as is the extent to which its actions are coordinated across state lines and national borders. After Trump announced the strike, Venezuelan state television showed Maduro and First Lady Celia Flores, walking the streets of his childhood neighborhood. A television presenter said Maduro was bathing in patriotic love as he interacted with supporters. In the face of imperialistic threats, God is with us, Maduro told supporters. Maduro did not address the strike directly, but charged that the U.S. is coming for Venezuela's riches, including oil and gas. The South American country has the world's largest proven oil reserves. From neighborhoods of Caracas, I tell you, there will be peace in Venezuela with sovereignty, he said. Communications Minister Freddy Nanez questioned the veracity of the video. Based on the video provided, it is very likely that it's created with artificial intelligence. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past Trump to do something like that. I wouldn't be fucking surprised. We'd like to see, what is the sort of, evidence for that. I guess the evidence he's saying is that it's cartoonish animation rather than a realistic depiction of an explosion. Maybe. I don't think it's not beneath Trump to fucking do stuff like that. Again, to sort of, distract people from other issues that are going on. Because that's the entire point of the broader fucking conservative movement. Distract, and just do everything possible to not have people pay attention to the abhorrent, ridiculous shit that they're doing. Trump and U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio had first announced the strike earlier Tuesday, shortly after Rubio left on a trip to Mexico and Ecuador for talks on drug cartels, security, tariffs, and more. In a brief exchange with reporters before departing Miami for Mexico City, Rubio deferred questions about the specifics of the strike to the Pentagon. Of course, it happens all the fucking time. Defer, deflect, defer. Nonsense. He said the drugs on the vessel were likely headed to Trinidad or elsewhere in the Caribbean. even they don't fucking know where exactly these things are going. But they just, again, it's bomb first, ask questions later. Anti-war president, by the way. For years, Rubio has spoken out against Maduro and other Latin American leftist governments and supported opposition leaders. In 2018, during Trump's first term, Rubio told Univision there was a strong argument to be made for the use of the U.S. military in Venezuela. Again, when it comes to Marco Rubio, he is a neocon of all fucking neocons. There isn't a war that he does not like. If there is a forever war that the United States can be a part of, Marco Rubio will 1000% be in fucking support of it. Also accused Venezuelan officials of aiding drug traffickers. Asked if Trump would carry out operations on Venezuelan soil, Rubio was opaque. We're going to take on drug cartels wherever they are and wherever they're operating against the interests of the United States. The U.S. recently announced plans to boost its maritime force in the waters off Venezuela to combat threats from Latin American drug cartels. Again, he's just doing this as a sort of pretense, something in order to justify a fucking war. Because, again, as expected, this is the anti-war fucking president. Nonsense. Always just has been complete fucking bullshit. There's not an anti-war bone within fucking Trump's body. There isn't a war that he didn't fucking like. Complete fucking nonsense, dude. U.S. has not signaled any planned land incursion by the thousands of personnel being deployed. Still, Maduro's government has responded by deploying troops along Venezuela's coast and border with neighboring Colombia, as well as by urging Venezuelans to enlist in a citizen militia. This is more about drug interdiction and showing incredible force against drug cartels than it's about removing Maduro from power, per se. Ryan C. Berg, the director of America's program at the U.S.-based Center for Strategic and International Studies think tank, told Germany's Deutsche Welle. Deutsche Welle? Deutsche Welle. I mean, is it really? That's how they always fucking justify it, by the way. Oh, we're trying to make ourselves look really, really strong, so we're going to deploy our fucking army, like, right next to the border. So, like, you know, we're totally not going to threaten an invasion or anything. Looking at you, Russia, with the Russian-Ukrainian war. Oh, totally. We're just, like, deploying all our assets here because we just want to look, like, heckin' cool and epic right now, bro. Like, we're totally not going to invade whatsoever. No. Maduro has insisted that the U.S. is building a false drug trafficking narrative to try to force him out of office. I don't think he's wrong when he says that. He and other government officials have repeatedly cited a United Nations report that they say shows traffickers attempt to move only 5% of the cocaine produced in Colombia through Venezuela. Yeah, I thought the meme was basically the Colombians are the main guys who make all the fucking cocaine, not the Venezuelans. But again, like, since Trump is still salty about the fact that his coup attempt was such a miserable failure, he's still trying to go ahead with the fucking coup attempt and try to deposing Nicolas Maduro. It's complete fucking nonsense. Latest UN drug report shows that various countries in South America, including Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru, reported larger cocaine seizures in 2022 than in 2021, but it does not assign Venezuela the outsized role that the White House has in recent months. Again, still salty about the fact this coup failed. Separately, a 3-judge panel on the 5th Circuit Court of Appeals, one of the most conservative federal appeals courts in the country. Yep, a bunch of fucking Trump sycophants are in there. Like, I believe her name is Eileen Cannon, and she's just she will always rule in favor of Trump. She's a complete, utter fucking nonsense. Ruled on Thursday that the White House cannot use the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 to speed the deportations of people the Trump administration accuses of being Tren de Aragua members. Because, again, no fucking evidence to say that they are all Tren de Aragua members. Again, quick reminder, this is the exact same dude who, with a photo of photoshopped and it's like fucking printed in fucking Arial for fuck's sake, or like Times New Roman, had that shit superimposed on Kilmar Obrego Garcia's fucking knuckles, and he unironically thought that Kilmar Obrego Garcia put MS-13 or MS-13 on his fucking knuckles. He unironically fucking believed that. Complete nonsense. Acts only been used 3 times before: War of 1812, 2 World Wars. The ruling can be appealed to the full Fifth Circuit or directly to the U.S. Supreme Court, which more than likely Trump will do, which is likely to make the ultimate decision on the issue. The administration had deported some men designated as Tren de Aragua members to a notorious prison in El Salvador. Again, he's done that to, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, and I believe the fucking, the gay hairdresser as well. Like, what else is there supposed to say besides, hey, Trump supporters, whatever happened to your fucking anti-war fucking president? I thought we were trying to be anti-war. Now we're just randomly bombing, like, random fucking boats in international waters off of, like, no pretense whatsoever. Like, do people, broadly speaking, understand just how fucking ridiculous this is? You don't do this. You can't just fucking randomly bomb people while they're going around in fucking international waters. This is incredibly fucking illegal. And if this was a Venezuelan state asset, as not Nicolas Maduro, as Trump is claiming here, I guess that they have casus belli now, right? If fucking like the Venezuelans wanted to do more reasonings and have more reasonings to petition for fucking aid against a war in the United States, they could fucking do that. Because I guess like now the United States is at war with Venezuela effectively. If this is like shit that's under Maduro's fucking control, do people broadly speaking understand just how fucking ridiculous this is and how ridiculous this whole sort of scenario is? He's just doing this because he's not anti-war in reality. Under his presidency during the first term, drone strikes went up by 432% from Obama's numbers, and everyone says Obama is the fucking droner in chief. Why don't we take a look at this motherfucker? And also, he just decides to just randomly fucking bomb people and be flagrant of fucking international law consistently. So again, like, there's nothing really else to say here besides, Trump, you're a fucking stupid dipshit who just wants to fucking randomly bomb people. You're not anti-war. You're a fucking LARPer. You're full of shit. I don't know. Like, it's just complete, utter fucking nonsense. Complete, utter farcity when all these, like, MAGA people claim that they're anti-war. They're not.